Ideogram AI, how to use it for generating images and characters in 2026. If you want to learn how to use Ideogram AI to generate high-quality images and characters in 2026, this video will walk you through everything step by step. Whether you are a complete beginner or you've tried Ideogram once or twice but didn't fully understand how to get good results, this tutorial is designed to make things simple and practical. In this video, I'll show you how Ideogram works, how to generate regular images, how to create characters properly, and how to write prompts that actually work, and what Ideogram is good at versus what it has limitations. By the end of this video, you will know exactly whether this tool fits your needs and how to use it confidently. Let's talk about what Ideogram AI is and why people use it. Ideogram is basically an image generation tool that stands out mainly because of how well it handles text and structured visuals. While many AI tools focus on artistic realm, Ideogram focuses on clarity, composition, and readable typography. This makes it especially popular for creators who need images with text, clean designs, and posters, thumbnails, and concept visuals. In 2026, Telegram has also become a solid option for character generation, especially for styling characters, avatars, illustrations, and concept art. It may not be the best cinematic or hyper-realistic tool, but it's reliable, fast, and beginner-friendly, which is why so many people use it. Let's talk about the basic structure of Ideogram, and then we're gonna get into the video and how you can create avatars and generate images. Once you log into your Ideogram account, you're going to meet up with the main Explore page. This is basically your home page / Explore page. You're going to see a bunch of different pictures right here. These are all AI generated images. On the main dashboard, everything is clean and simple. There aren't too many folders or buttons that are overwhelming for your workspace. You met up with My Image, and these are going to be the images that you have created. Next, you're going to see the option for Canvas. This is basically the little studio that you are provided with within Ideogram. You can go ahead and start generating, and here are some of the tools that you will need while editing the picture. You'll also see a little library, and here you are going to see a folder for styles. This is basically a collection of all the kind of styles that are provided by Ideogram. Like you can see, here are some graphics. There's a lot of 3D work going on like this. There's a cartoon, or there's just a 90s nostalgia. There are so many styles, and if you have a specific style for a YouTube, or if you're just here to use animations, then this is great because this will just help you find your style and the right prompts for it. You don't need to touch any advanced settings at the start. This is pretty much it, and most of your work is going to be done in this text interface. The most important thing to understand here is that Ideogram responds best to clear instructions, not short or vague prompts. So, for example, if you just want a little post for Instagram related to a motivational quote, we're not going to type in and just ask AI to generate a motivational quote. We need to be specific about what the text is supposed to be, the kind of ratio that we want for our post, and the colors, the style, the font. We need to discuss all of that, be specific, and then write a prompt to AI. Let's start with a basic image generation. When you are generating images on Ideogram, you should always describe 3 things. First is what the image is, and second is the visual style and the overall mood or colors. Right here is a simple prompt. I have highlighted and just put the actual text, so the AI actually knows what's going on and the kind of text that I actually want. You click on generate after you've typed in your prompt and just given it the proper layout. It's going to take a few seconds, and you're going to meet up with 4 of these images. The one that you like the best, you can simply just click on it and download it. It also provides you with the option to edit it, and once you are in the editor, you can also go ahead and use these further tools. Like if you want to change the background, you can just ask it to remove the background. Like if you don't like the background, just ask for it to remove the background or just replace it and give a better prompt. This type of prompt works well because it's descriptive but not overwhelming. Ideogram understands scenes like this and it is very helpful. It produces clean and just usable images quickly, as you can see on the screen. At this stage, don't worry about the image being perfect, just focus on learning and how Ideogram interprets your descriptions. One of Ideogram's biggest strengths is that it really provides you with the best text and typography. If you want text inside your image, then you must include exactly what you want. You don't have to keep using fancy words or just a very out-of-the-box prompt. Just be direct and specific. Like right here, I'm going to type in a prompt for a poster that I need. Just going to click on generate. It's going to provide us with a few pictures. You'll notice that the spelling is just correct. And once you just have all of the posters, you can just go ahead and pick the one that you like. You can see that the spelling is correct, the alignment makes sense, and the text doesn't look broken. This is where Ideogram really shines compared to many other AI tools. Now let's talk about character generation, and in your create option, you're going to see all of this, and once you go onto your library, you're going to see characters. Now let's talk about character generation. In your main dashboard in a library, you are going to see the option for characters right under the option of styles. Once you click on this, you're going to meet up with this page. Click on create character. You're just gonna add a name. You can add one like Melody, and you just need to drop in a picture of a character or any draft drawing. Ideogram works best with illustrated characters rather than ultra-realistic humans. The key is to describe the character clearly but simply. When creating a character, focus on appearance, clothing, and style. You simply just give a picture to AI, and you can later use this for your character in your post if you want to be specific. And once you upload a character, it could either be a picture of you, it could just be one that you're looking for your brand logo or just your brand kit. Like for example, if you have a character that is personalized with your brand or company, then it is great that you upload your own character here. And then later you can just start from this template or just use it in your prompts. Now, once you're actually writing a prompt to generate a character, just make sure that the focus is on the appearance, clothing, the mood, the style. You can also see the option for a character that you just added in your Ideogram account. If you don't want this character to be in this poster or just the image, then you can also just go ahead and click on that. We're going to use this character and let's type in a prompt. Simply click on generate and we're going to wait till we start seeing the images. This will just give our character a solid base, and if you want variations or just want to add in more details, then you can also regenerate it a few times and choose the best one. As you can see, we got all of these and it just gave it the art style that we were looking for. Just giving it the modern illustration style, and it looks exactly like the character that we mentioned. Simply just click on the one that you like the best, and you can also go ahead and edit that if you don't like it. Just change the quality, and once everything is set, you can simply just click on download, and this is going to download it directly into your laptop. If you want to create multiple images of the same character, then consistency really matters. Ideogram doesn't lock characters perfectly like some advanced tools, but you can improve consistently by repeating the same description each time. So if you're not satisfied with the images, then just go ahead and regenerate it. It's going to provide you with new images that may or may not be a really good try. Using similar wording across prompts helps Ideogram keep the character visually similar. You can also go ahead and tweak in the prompt, maybe remove or add in more specific details, like if you want it to look in a specific direction or have an emotion on its face, that's also really great. And once you are comfortable with the prompt, you can also start adding in more creative directions. This includes camera angle, the poses, the background mood, and the style keywords like minimal, futuristic, aesthetic, flat design, or just illustration. We use an illustration word here, so we have that kind of effect, like we have that modern illustration style with a clean background. And you can see we are provided with more of these AI images, and I really like this one than the last one. There's also this, which provides us with a background that looks like a window. You can just go ahead and download this. This level of detail basically just gives you the control without overwhelming the AI. Just make sure when you're actually writing a prompt, you don't get too overwhelmed or use too fancy words. Just think of it like you are giving instructions to a designer or your editor, and the AI is going to take it exactly just like that. And that's how you can just design a character and just generate an image with your characters. If you don't want to put in your characters and just need a prop for your presentation, then you can also just remove the character, like right here. Let's go here. We're going to remove the character, and just, if you don't want to add in your character, just remove it from the little option here and generate the image over again. You're just going to meet up with an AI generated human. It's best when you actually give in a character, because that's how it's going to act more close to your idea. Now, let's be honest about limitations. Ideogram is not the best option for hyper-realistic human faces or cinematic scenes. If you try to generate extremely realistic portraits, results can look artificial or just inconsistent. And it's not going to look professional. You wouldn't want that. Like right here is a picture. It looks really graphic, but it just looks really artificial. It also doesn't offer deep control over your poses, facial expressions, or character consistency across many images. Ideogram is best used for concepts, styled characters, and clean visuals, not final production level character art. Ideogram AI is ideal for beginners, content creators, YouTubers, students, marketers, and small business owners. Like if you want to create a logo, this is also a great option, but just make sure that you still do last minute reviews and checkups. If you need images with text, clean design, styled characters, or just fast visual concepts, then Ideogram is a great choice. If you're a professional illustrator or need extremely realistic characters, then you may want to combine Ideogram with other tools like Canva, or you don't really need to go all the way to Photoshop. Canva is a great option with many tools. Before we wrap up this tutorial, let me just give you a few tips which can be really helpful. Tip number 1 is always design for contrast. That means the text first and then the aesthetics, because this is a great app that really defines your text without it just looking crappy. So just make sure that there's a balance and you don't want to focus too much on the aesthetics. This is a very common mistake that beginners do. They just make Ideogram focus too much on how pretty the image looks and not enough on whether the text is actually readable. Ideogram is excellent at text, but it also needs guidance, so always think in terms of contrast. Light text on dark backgrounds or just dark text on light backgrounds, because this is what works best. And when you mention things like high contrast and clean background or just minimal clutter in your prompt, the results improve instantly. Because if the text is just going to blend into the image, like if you're posting it on social media for the aesthetic, it won't be usable for thumbnails or just social media if the text is just blended in. Another powerful tip is to never settle for the first generation, even if the first image looks good, just like we did earlier. I still like the other versions much better, like especially this one with a very glassy kind of background, like there's a window, and you can also run third variations till you actually meet up with the expectations. Ideogram often gives slightly different layouts, font weights, or spacing with each generation, so this gives you option, and sometimes the second or third result is noticeably better. Think of Ideogram as a fast designer or just a design assistant, and you're directing it. Not expecting perfection, but everything is done within a few clicks. Another great tip is that when you're using Ideogram, it is amazing for creating the base design layout and text placement, but you don't have to treat it as the final step. A very smart workflow is to generate your image in Ideogram, and then you can do small finishing touches in tools like Canva or any editor you're comfortable with. This could be adjusting color slightly, adding your brand elements, adding in your logos. So if you have a poster, like right here we had an illustrated poster, you can also add in your brand logo or just add in more colors, just resize it for different platforms. Using Ideogram this way saves time while still giving you the full creative control. And that is how you use Ideogram AI to generate images and characters step by step in 2026. If you follow these methods and prompts, you will be able to create clean visuals, stylized characters, and usable designs without needing advanced design skills. If this tutorial helped you, make sure to like the video as it really supports the channel. Subscribe for more AI tutorials, honest reviews, and beginner-friendly guides like this. Let me know in the comments what you're creating with Ideogram or what tool you want me to cover next. Share this with your team members or your friends or even your teammates for the project that you may be working on with. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.